Here are 15 of the best Ask Reddit stories for today. I hope you enjoy and remember to subscribe. It really helps us out. We post new videos every day.
I finally caught her. I jumped into a cab and asked the driver to follow my wife's car. From a safe distance, I saw her turn into the motel parking lot. I told the cabbie, "I'll pay you an extra $100 if you go in there and bring her out." Without hesitating, he jumped out of the car and trotted to the motel. After a few minutes, during which I could hear a lot of commotion, he came back to the car, dragging a woman by the arm. "Hey, what gives?" I protested. "This isn't my wife." "I know, she's mine. I'll be right back with yours." My doctor scheduled me for a DNA screening. I was asked for a blood sample, stool sample, urine sample, and semen sample. ... So I gave them my underpants.
A husband and wife are having breakfast. The wife asks him, "Honey, could you take a look at the bathroom door? It seems a little stuck. Do I look like a carpenter? And the toilet is also clogged. I take a look at that as well. Do I look like a plumber? Oh, and there's a tile loose on our kitchen floor. Do I look like a tiler?" The next evening, the husband comes home from work. The wife tells him, "Honey, everything's been fixed. Mr. Adams from across the street offered to help." "Oh, that's nice. Did he ask anything in return?" "Well, I could choose. Bake him a pie or sleep with him." The husband laughs and responds, "I hope you baked him a nice pie. Do I look like a baker?"
The US got knocked out in the World Cup on day 13. It's their fastest exit from the Middle East.
My daughter, why did the chicken cross the road? Me, I dunno, to get to the idiot's house. Knock knock, me, who's there? It's the chicken. She's 8.
3 guys walk into a bar. A Scotsman, an Irishman, and a Welshman walk into a bar. There would usually be an Englishman in this story, but he's still in the World Cup. An employee was asked a question by the boss. "What do you think is the biggest problem in our company? Is it the lack of knowledge or the lack of interest?" To which he replied, "I don't know, and to be honest, I don't care." You arrive home to find an exact copy of yourself already there. What happens next? Walk straight back out. That mess is his problem now. You're going to work tomorrow, bitch. The company owner was asked a question, "How do you motivate your employees to be so punctual?" He smiled and replied, "It's simple. I have 30 employees and 29 free parking spaces. One is paid parking." The daughter's confession. Mandy asks her mother for a few minutes to have a serious conversation. Concerned for her college-age daughter, Nina stops what she's doing and makes them coffee. They sit for a few minutes, with Mandy looking nervous. "What is it, sweetie?" her mother asks. "You know you can tell me anything." Mandy manages a sickly smile. "Well, you may judge me for this, and please don't tell Dad." "What is it?" her mother demands. "Do you know the neighbor, Jeremy, who I study with?" "Yes," says her mother cautiously. "And you know his dad, Ronald?" "Aha." Her mother looks more concerned every second. "I think I'm in love with him." Mandy blurts it out. Her mother is shocked. "I won't allow it." "Mom, you can't tell me who to love. He could be your father," shouts Nina. "I don't care about the age difference," the daughter shoots back. Her mother sighs. "I think you misunderstood me." You arrive home to find an exact copy of yourself already there. What happens next? Walk straight back out. That mess is his problem now. You're going to work tomorrow, bitch. Owner was asked a question, "How do you motivate your employees to be so punctual?" He smiled and replied, "It's simple. I have 30 employees and 29 free parking spaces. One is paid parking." The daughter's confession. Mandy asks her mother for a few minutes to have a serious conversation. Concerned for her college-age daughter, Nina stops what she's doing and makes them coffee. They sit for a few minutes, with Mandy looking nervous. "What is it, sweetie?" her mother asks. "You know you can tell me anything." Mandy manages a sickly smile. "Well, you may judge me for this, and please don't tell Dad." "What is it?" her mother demands. "Do you know the neighbor, Jeremy, who I study with?" "Yes," says her mother cautiously. "And you know his dad, Ronald?" "Aha." Her mother looks more concerned every second. "I think I'm in love with him." Mandy blurts it out. Her mother is shocked. "I won't allow it." "Mom, you can't tell me who to love. He could be your father," shouts Nina. "I don't care about the age difference," the daughter shoots back. Her mother sighs. "I think you misunderstood me." An apple and a poo were floating down the river. The poo yells, "Apple, apple, come play with me." The apple says, "No. Ew, stay away from me." A little further down the river the poo yells again, "Apple, apple, come play with me." The apple disgustingly replies, "No. Ew, stay away from me." Suddenly a man grabs the apple out the river and takes a bite. The poo shouts to Apple, "See you tomorrow." 2 blondes. Blonde 1, "I found a way of saving money." Blonde 2, "How?" Blonde 1, "I run behind the bus to work every day and save $1.50. Blonde 2, "Why don't you run behind a taxi? You would save $10.
A guy went to a barber's shop for a shave. The barber asked him to put a small wooden ball in his mouth so he could get a closer shave around his cheeks. He asked, "But what if I swallow the ball?" He replied, "No problem, sir. You just bring it back tomorrow like everybody else."